Good Friday afternoon, friends and neighbors. Tesuiji at the desk. 12 hours after my last stream, which was a little bit of Perfect Team ASMR. Now we're here loud and proud with the Saturday Starlight, well, Friday Starlight, as we begin the 2023-24 off-season. And yeah, it was an eventful season. Last time we broadcast, apologies, we were within a half game of a playoff spot. As you can tell, we sort of fell off the pace. The Yomiuri Giants did indeed pick up the Japan series for the 23rd time in their franchise history, if memory serves. And they beat Big Boss Shinjo and the Hokkaido Nipponham Fighters to do it. So, a bit disappointing how that wound up. We fired our manager, Daisuke Miura, at that point. We now have brought Jamie Arnold in to try and run the show. Pockets ain't full. Thank you for the follow. We've done some slight adjustments of the coaching staff. Motonobu Tanishige went from the manager down in the farm to the hitting coach here because we're trying to focus on... Sorry, Pockets. The lunch is not for you. It is for me. I am busy snacking on something. If you haven't had shakshuka before, it's either Israeli or Mediterranean. It's basically tomatoes simmered until they're a sauce, but with onions and spices, and usually can poach an egg in it. If you haven't dipped cheesy bread in shakshuka, you don't know what a day is, basically. But the club here still does have some positive benefits. Robbie Podorsky, Officer Podorsky, our left fielder, won Rookie of the Year at age 28, finally made a big league club, almost had a perfect 50 for 50 season in stolen bases and came one short. 5 wins above replacement, not gonna lie, love it. Teito Mori, the face of the franchise, 7.2 wins above replacement, but lost MVP to Kazuma Okamoto because this is the NPB and nobody on a non-playoff team gets MVP. As well as we've added Koichi Okumura as our current center fielder, probably future left fielder, putting up 3 wins above replacement, batting .309, slugging .521. So thrilled to see his performance. I just wish Seiya Hosokawa would catch up there. But we're in a bit of a bind, not just in terms of the free agents who've left, like Kento Itohara, Wilmer Font, who was a big mistake signing. We also had to yield 5 players to posting. Kazuki Mishima, one of our closers. Suguru Iwazaki, who we acquired from the Hanshin Tigers, the other closer, who went from fantastic with Hanshin to crummy with us. Oh, yeah, let me get some music. I've been on a real funk kick lately. In particular, Louis Zong on YouTube. I've really enjoyed his stuff, but he's not royalty-free, so that's why we're playing what we've got. Keita Sono, our captain and first baseman. I mean, to go from 5 wins above replacement before this save to where he is now, it's unfortunate. I'm hoping they'll figure it out. If not, he's posted. Not my problem anymore. Boyo Aoyagi, look at the movement. There's a reason I acquired him from the Tigers, and he put up a fantastic season for us. I hope he stays, because we got him for another 3 seasons if he does. And Haruhiro Hamaguchi, we use him as a reliever primarily. We've also done, so in between streams I've done a bunch of stuff. Yeah, and he's a sidearmer too. I sent out a whole bunch of contracts. As usual, there's no such thing as a bad minor league deal. So we've offered a major league contract to Namiki Kataoka, recently of the independent leagues. I think his stuff can translate to the bigs. If nothing else, then at least on defense. Also pending, Mitch Spence. Could work out in the bullpen, could work out in the rotation. Has the leadership talent. Stamina's a little iffy, but I think with time he can perform well. Brett Eibner, not getting him so much for the offense or the defense, pitching words, but I am getting him for the 60 outfield range and the decent bat. Yeah, at age 34, we're going to convert him to an outfielder. We're going to pull a Rick Ankiel with him. The other major league deal we offered was to the Hanshin Tigers' former catcher Seishiro Sakamoto. We only have one catcher with the big league club at the moment, and that's Shinnosuke Yamase, who put up a win above replacement and a half in his rookie campaign. We acquired him from the Giants. And he outplayed Hiroki Minei, who's currently on the free agent market. Eric Torres as a possible relief option. Tomoki Fukuyama as an outfield option, like the eye, but he needs to develop a bit more. Yo Kumakura, again, infield option. I'm trying to get guys with a high I, high avoid K. My focus this season is trying to go pesky, as opposed to what we did with the Saturday Stampede save, which was full contact, full avoid K. We'll see which one ends up being more successful. And Yoshiharu Nakatsuka, not going to start him, but as a reliever, and with a contact bat, maybe even a secret weapon, yeah, we're going to go with that. Otherwise, I usually tend to wait out the free agent market. I usually sign guys in like September when everyone's asking prices have gone down. There's a whole bunch of people who won't sign with us because they don't like our manager who, again, we did just change, so it's time to A, learn the language, B, get accustomed, and poor Yudai Ono was about to make the postseason for the first time in his career, tore his UCL, couldn't play in the postseason, and now he's out for the entirety of his free agent year. Similar bad situation with Daichi Osera. And then there's our former player, Kazuki Kamizato. When he re-injured the fractured elbow, it didn't make sense to keep him. So we're going to skip ahead to the first year draft and see if any of the guys I sent it offers to will accept. Stuff some more shakshuka in my mouth. Well, so much for that. Good luck signing in the independent leagues there. Shuto Sakurai. I was thinking could be a reliever, could be a starter. Yeah, if anything, you know what? I think this may be someone we can put on the trade market. One of the house rules I had with the Saturday Stampede was that I could only make as many trades as my position in the standings the previous year, and when you build a Death Star juggernaut like the Buffaloes were in that save, you didn't get to do too many trades. That's one thing I've been enjoying so far with the Starlight save. We have a different house rule, the Kozono rule, that says that we cannot trade away any player that we acquire in trade. It has to be either through free agency, posting, or non-tender. Then we got Hiroto Suzuki, who's basically Plonk, so we're gonna see if we can swing a deal for these two folks. Hey Minerva, good to see you. Alright, Kataoka, liking our offer. I'm very touchy about tomatoes. I don't like the texture of them. So shakshuka is one of the two ways I know that I actually eat the thing. The other is salsa. Otherwise, raw tomatoes, can't stand them. Nakatsuka really wants a minor league deal or a major league deal? I'm not giving him. So just like how there's no such thing as a bad minor league deal, occasionally there's no such thing as a successful minor league deal. Alright, Seishiro Sakamoto joins the Yokohama DNA Baystars, likely as our backup, but we're probably going to see him in a sort of a split role with Shinnosuke Yamase. We'll see how that pans out. Brett Eibner joins the minor league club. And we are immediately going to force him to be a left fielder. Off to a good start so far, and now... Okay, so the draft lottery was successfully held. So in the real NPB, the first round is structured in such that any team can pick any player, but if more than one team picks the same player, there's a lottery draw to see who actually gets that player. The losing teams then have to wait for all the other picks to resolve, and then they can pick again. The game, Out of Park Baseball, doesn't like doing that. If I try to simulate it so that, okay, everyone gets to go first, everyone gets goo-goo eyes over the same prospect, and it doesn't work. So, to simulate that instead, I've implemented a draft lottery, similar to what we have in MLB Now. And the draft lottery has not been completed. It's supposed to happen today. We're supposed to be drafting 4th. Let's see if we can hang on to that. And we have moved up to the 1st overall pick. We have the pick of the litter now. So this is a franchise-altering choice. I mean, Toshiichi Tabata looks solid. We've already got a shortstop in Keito Mori, so I'm not too concerned about whether or not we pick him. He could probably play right out the chute. And I was wondering who my new second baseman was going to be, if not Shinya Hirosawa. So, that's an option. Gota Kawata could fill in at right. Oh, I'm going to regret passing up all these guys. And then we've got Enya Kimura, who is, at short or at second, would be a dynamo. Reminds me, he basically profiles exactly like Keito Mori. He's Keito, but better. And if anything, we probably move Keito to second to let Kimura take over at short. That's a very tough choice. Or a very good choice. I'd rather go with Kimura because he's already durable. Him versus Tabata. Yeah, the only downside is the range is 70 instead of 75. The rest of the stats look stellar. But that's the batter's side. And then there's this guy. Hiroshi Izumi. He could play on this club right now. Yeah, I'm not sure either pockets ain't full. It's tough. So, I was hoping to get Izumi, and I was hoping he was going to fall to me regardless. Because if you take a look at our pitching staff, I mean, we've got EDA, we've got Kozono ready to come up into the bigs. Imanaga's is probably a posting candidate at some point. Onuki's good. Aida and Yamasaki are two guys who I'm hoping to build a rotation around. Then we got Kozono and EDA down in the minors. Adding Izumi to that, he would basically become our ace of the future. I mean, I don't think Hirosawa is really our future second baseman. You know what? As good as he is, I'm going to regret this. The first overall selection. Oh, wow. They're thinking we take Taiki Ishikawa? Why? The first overall selection in the 2023 NPB draft. Alright, my scout thinks we should go with Nakamura here. He's thinking pitcher. Solid pitcher, but I don't like the movement. Kimura. Yokohama DNA Baystars will be selecting from Ritsume University, Enya Kimura. RWD, thank you for the follow. I'm not sure I understand your question, Pockets Ain't Full. Alright, so if we move him to second, yeah, he's our second baseman for sure. Him plus Kei Tomori? I mean, either we let Kimura learn we give Kimura second, or we try to ask Kei Tomori to learn second. And OSA has their own opinion. Our scout has his. So, in terms of quality, Japanese players have been known more as a pitching nation. You could think back to guys like Hideo Nomo, Masahiro Tanaka, Yu Darvish, Kenta Maeda. The pitching has always been known as a strong suit. The only position players who have really made a big impact over in the States are outfielders like Ichiro and Hideki Matsui. I mean, yes, you've got lovable infielders like Tsuyoshi Nishioka and Munenori Kawasaki, but really, yeah, outfielders, Tsuyoshi Shinjo, who's currently managing the Hokkaido Nippon Ham Fighters. Otani is a freak of nature, a goddamn comic book character, in that he can do both ridiculously well. But when people talk about guys who are probably going to come to the MLB soon, it's all pitchers. Folks like Kodai Senga from the Fukuoka SoftBank Hawks, or Roki Sasaki, who just pitched a 19 strikeout perfect game earlier this year as a 21-year-old. All right. I think Kimura takes over at short and we move Mori to second. I think that's the play. But more importantly, he's probably getting a call-up as soon as we're done the draft. Okay. We got the improvement. That's supposed to be a serpentine draft. May have to do some adjustments to the draft order. Or, you know what? You know what? I could use the help. I'll leave it as is. Spirit will take Nakamura. Oh yeah, the by the way. Oh hey Sweetie! Or sorry, hey Gorgo, good to see you. Oh yeah, don't talk about the affiliate Discord server, right? Are you streaming today or something? But the NPB in this game did expand basically in the first season we were finished. So the Ehime Honda Comets and the Okinawa Kirin Spirit are not actual teams. They are here though. Alright, so the Eagles go for Tabata. Also a good looking shortstop. He was the other big guy in the draft. Yeah, Cito, sorry, brain. Gorgo, so I'm not going to be streaming at all tomorrow. That's why I'm streaming today. Noalka, thank you for the follow. Okay, if Izumi falls to the second round, I'm going to be stoked. Interesting choice by the Comets. They must know something we don't. Damn it! Okay, the Marines got Izumi. Oh, he's going to be a stud for them. Rats, rats, rats. Alright, and then in round 2, we're back into 4th position. Okay. So our options... I do a filter for players to make sure we're getting intelligence is not low, work ethic is not low, and injury prone is not worse than normal. So someone like Harukazu Shimada leaps out to me as a fantastic get. Especially since we don't have a good third base prospect. No. We've got 2 third base prospects, but I don't think they're this good. Apologies for the silence, I am busy chewing. So Yuichi Okita looks like an interesting choice. Wow. Takeda would be fun. I mean, the issue with Shigeru Nakajima is the movement and the change oof to be. Jusuke Sasaki looks like a low floor, low ceiling kind of guy. Okita looks like mostly my kind of pitcher. High movement guy, ground baller. And at age 18, we don't have to rush him up to the majors. I mean, there is one other guy I had my eye on. This fellow here, Hyogo Tsutsumi. The pitching stuff is nothing to sniff at. But you look at the bat, and the 75 avoid K, and the 75 contact. He's also 6'6" and a lefty, so he could probably play first as well. Yeah, the real Tedio. The Niigata Bears aren't in the save just yet. Also, I do have 2 additional expansion franchise identities. One being the Nagano Marukome Flames, and the other being the Zenrin Rovers. I still have to build the other 2. The Ibaraki Hitachi Wizards, because, you know, Hitachi Magic Wands, wink. And the NTT Polaris playing out of the North part. Oh, the last prospect was from Niigata. Okay. The Bears will show up in due time, so... Who does my scout think? My scout thinks we should go for Nakajima, the big starter. And so if he's thinking pitcher, I'm thinking Okita. And then we'll hope that nobody else picks up on Tsutsumi and we can get him in the 3rd round. Okay. If an all caps name shows up here, we screwed up. And the Carp picked him up. Should have got him while the getting was good. Yes, pockets a full. There is a Hokkaido team, the Hokkaido Nippon Ham Fighters. They are not the Ham Fighters. They have no quarrel with Ham. They are the Nippon Ham, which owns the team, NH Foods, Fighters. And they won the Pacific League this year in the save. Alright, who's left? Okay, the fact that Shimada is still open or available makes me think we gotta go with him. Like, this is a no-brainer for us. There's no such thing as too many prospects when it comes to the minor league club. Yeah, all the NPB teams are owned by corporations. It's one of the reasons why I don't have as much of an issue with MLB having advertisements on the jerseys, because the Hanshin Tigers don't play in Hanshin. They are owned by Hanshin. And to get to the Hanshin Koshien ballpark, you have to take the Hanshin train from the Hanshin department store. It's what we call a horizontal integration. They're not the only team that does that, too. The Seibu Lions own hotels, department stores, the ballpark, and the team, and the railway, which is the easiest way to get to the Belluna Dome. The only team that doesn't have the city name right in it is the Hiroshima Toyo Carp. But Toyo refers to Toyo Kogyo, which was the original name of Mazda, and the Hiroshima Toyo Carp are owned by the Matsuda family. You are correct, Tedio. The Daiei supermarket chain used to own the Hawks. Of course, now they got that SoftBank money, so whatever. So Toshio Akimoto now has competition for his 3rd base spot. And in fact, Harukazu Shimada may actually break with camp with a big club with that stat line. I'll take it. Okay, moving on. Let's see. Bunch of catchers. Ooh. Okay, it's a bit of a noodle bat, but a 70 outfield range. Yeah, we're going with Haruyuki Ogasawara. Do we need a restock? Okay, I may have lost track of all the pitchers. Ibashi looks like... Yeah, that's fair, Pocket Saint Full, especially given that soccer, the primary thing on the front is a jersey sponsor. I feel like we need another pitcher here in round 4, especially since there's only 57 pitchers remaining. So Ishibashi might profile as a reliever. Noguchi doesn't profile as anything. Oshita could be a decent halfway starter. Taiki Saito as a bullpen guy, as a long bullpen guy with a decent bat. Okay, no, we don't. We could use more relievers. Let's grab Ishibashi, and then we'll see if we can pick up Saito in the next round. There we go. We'll flip back to batters, and we'll focus on that for the rest of the draft. I usually draft at least one catcher anyway. I like the eye on Kagetoki Koide. I also like that he's got some first eligibility. What else we got? Toshi Furuya. Shuichiro Tanaka. Okay, so Shuichiro looks like the best bat of the bunch, but I'd rather go with a catcher ability. Oh no, we're going with Uchida. Okay. How many minor league catchers do we have? How many do we need? So down in the minors, we've got 4. You know what? 4 is enough. I'm not going to bother getting any extras. Nakamura interests me. One thing, oh wow, your uncle played for the Hawks? That's awesome, Teddy-O. There's a YouTuber musician by the name of Jim Lap Bap, who was a Hawks fan growing up in Fukuoka back when they were in the Dai-A era. He may have seen your dad play. Excuse me a moment. I'm going to find his interview with the Pacific League English YouTube channel where he talks about that in detail and how he became a Hawks fan. Go take a watch The Real Teddy-O and Pockets Ain't Full. And watch the rest of that series. It's really interesting to see how fans of NPB acquired their teams. And, yeah, you may recognize the voice on that. Wink. Alright. Who are we gonna get? Find some batting potential. Don't like the contact weakness. Did Hirano here play anywhere else? Not particularly, so I don't want to draft a DH. Ooh, Yasuji Sakamoto, heck yes. Grab him. The overall ratings for second baseman and third baseman are completely messed up in this save because of Tetsuto Yamada and Munetaka Murakami, the two twin studs of the Tokyo Yakult Swallows. So I have to keep in mind that when I'm looking for players to acquire. Okay, so Terifumi Honda might be our next pickup. Restock on the second baseman. Alright. Round 9. I guess we'll go with Shingo Suehiro, get another center fielder. And what the hey, let's just get the highest power bat left in the draft. Or another second baseman in Shusuke Fujihara. Okay, so I hope we made the right call going for the shortstop instead of the pitcher. We've got some force starts to clear up here. Eibner, we're going to force start over to right instead. Jake P316, thank you for the follow. Yeah, he's probably going to get an invite to spring training for sure. Now, one thing I do tend to do is because the NPB doesn't really have an off season or they keep training through it, I usually do give players a little bit of experience at other positions during the off season just to indicate that they've trained up at another spot at the diamond. Let's go to strategy, player strategy on the minor league club. Gear up a bunch of force starts. But let's keep Mitsukuni there. He's going to be a stud. I think Shimada might actually get the call up to the big club. So we'll see how the rest of the offseason pans out. Yudai Mori to the Marines. Good deal, high movement, but you have to worry about the control there. So we got Enya Kimura. I feel a lot better about our up-the-middle defense if we were running two guys with 70 infield range up the mid. That would be fun. I think at this point I may actually try my hands at the what's the word I'm looking for? The Asia Series, bringing that back, which was a competition between the champions of NPB, KBO, CPBL, and the Australian Baseball League. Is that even though their season is the opposite, I think it's their postseason, our preseason, or vice versa. But I don't think I have the Australian Baseball League in the file just because of how it messes up all the calendars and whatnot. All right, so we have acquired Mitch Spence. He's going to help out on the minor league club. May get a call up because we do have a foreign player slot open. We've got Namiki Kataoka. Be added to the 40-man roster. Will be our primary backup middle infielder. Eric Torres is going to sign in the minor leagues and stay there. Neftali Soto to the Tigers, interesting. Yariel Rodriguez to the Hawks for too much money. Losing Urania and Ota stinks, but they're asking for way too much money. Yeah, Ota is going to go to the Giants for $3 million. That's fine. Urania wanted ridiculous amounts of money. He still does. And hopefully all the guys I posted don't get picked up. I mean, we've also Yuki Matsui from the Eagles and Mighty Macho Masataka Yoshida from the Buffaloes are trying to get posted. Those of you who remember the Stampede know how much of a love affair I have with Macho Man. Also, last season, Renato Nunez, of all people, popped off with 43 home runs. Somehow. I don't get it. Alright, Sho Nakata to the Tigers. Whatever. Fukuyama to the Niigata Albirex. Alright. So, Akiyama from the Tigers is available, but I don't like the Although the control looks really nice, and he is available for a bunch of seasons. I mean, the walk rate of 6% is solid. I'm just not sure what it'll take to acquire him. Yamakawa being on the market is interesting, but I also... He's coming off a down year. Lots of bullpen arms available for those who want, like Ishiyama, Matsuda, Kondo. What about Yasuhiro Ogawa? Okay, so he's basically the worst version of Akiyama. Onosaki can play everywhere. Spirit want to get something out of him. And he's a pending free agent, so... I just don't see what role he plays on the club. I'm always in the market for more pitchers. Always, 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 always. So if we try to get Akiyama from the Tigers, they want EDA Kozuno Masonet, one of our foreign acquisitions, or Mori. Alright, that's a no from me. Uehara, who we just traded to the Tigers, they want to ship him. Kiyomi. You know, we've got a lot of guys on the trading block. I'm just going to, like, ship them around and see if anyone wants to nibble on them. No, Yuki Matsui has been posted. I mean, Kondo turned in a really good season for the Spirit. I wouldn't mind getting another part of a Bleep U bullpen. And they're willing to take just about anyone in exchange. Including this Rodney Theophile guy who I honestly have no appetite to keep. So let's also throw in a bunch of our 2020 guys. And see if we can't swipe some additional stuff. Alright, so we can get 2 relievers to help out our bullpen. I can dig that. I mean, the Spirit aren't exactly a good club. But getting their 2 best closers? Yeah, I can do that. Aisho Tamai is an interesting option. Big movement. Could we start him, though? That's the question. Okay, what about batting-wise? Because they got Wu Ting, got Despine. They got Tonosaki, but he's only eligible for another season. They must have just signed Delmonico here. What about on the minors? Something tells me they wouldn't let Nakamura go. Maybe Fukuda? No, wait, they just drafted him. Never mind. Okay, Luke Wakamatsu as a leadership option. That may be a worthwhile acquisition. Yeah, so let's add him. This trade we got going. But you gotta eat some cash. Alright, so Kondo and Moriya move into the bullpen. Luke Wakamatsu added to the 70-man roster and sent down to the minors. So now I don't mind if we lose Iwazaki or Mishima, and if we keep them, we officially have the best bullpen in the entire stinking league. In trade, so that's why I could safely send them out. So Moriya, Kondo, Wakamatsu are all untouchable now. And they're going to try starting Theophile right away. Let's skip ahead a day and let's see if we can't do some shopping. We're going until 2:30 today, because I do have an appointment at 3, which is why I'm broadcasting at this awkward time slot. We're also not going to be doing any perfect team stuff. I'm moving those intentionally to later streams. That's the sleep time with Suiji, which really should at some point get its own identity. Alright. So, Maeda's on the market. Ikuchi's on the market. Had a really good 2023 with the Jays. Go figure. Okay, we're gonna wait on Kikuchi. Adding him would be an awesome get for our rotation. Yes, Sleep Time with Suiji is when I put on the NPR CBC Jazz Radio voice. And I forgot to turn on streamer mode on Discord. Ha ha ha. Ooh, look who's willing to come back. Tsutsugo. You know what? No disrespect to Keita Sano. I think we gotta bring Tsutsugo back. Let's lowball him on like a 3-year deal. Just to get the conversation started. And we'll see if he wants to if he comes back to us. Getting Tsutsugo if Sano leaves? Yes. I know Kikuchi is bad in real life, but this is out of the park. And don't forget, Kikuchi started with the Seibu lines. We know he can perform in NPB. Alright. I do want to try doing some shopping around with some of the guys on the trading block, like Yuya Sakamoto and Tatsuo Ebina. Let's build that. Now Sakamoto, I'm shopping because he's just like a nothing guy. 45s across the board ain't cutting the mustard. And Ebina because he profiles as like a 3 true outcome guy. I don't trust the eye or avoid Ks right now. Or the defense. We're going to go with a multiplayer package. We're going to eat all the money on Sakamoto. Brainless Dumb, thank you for the follow. Alright, so the Swallows are offering Yuhei Nakamura, pass. A bunch of Plonk. Fighters are offering Daiki Asama, aka Asamax. Okuto Miyata, Okay, I like him as a rangy outfielder. That might be a trade we continue pursuing. Eagles are willing to give up Aizawa. Catcher, we have enough catchers. Bunch of second basemen. Hawks are willing to give up Akira Nakamura. I like the guy, but not at 4.32 million. Hey chat, yeah, we are, so I think the deal might be with the fighters for Miyata and Plus, but let's put this in, discussion. Go back and let's shop for a prospect package. We'll see what kind of prospects we can get back. Junji Tezuka. Yoshihiro Akamine. Interesting, but again, the 3-2 outcomes guy. Kinya Niyama, pass. Alright, the Buffaloes are willing to give up Kosei Osato. I don't think he plays anywhere, and he's too short for first at 5'10". Spirit are willing to give up Ryosuke Hosokawa, pass. Okay, so I think the deal... Yeah, if you start a discuss, and as long as you don't start another trade with that same team, it saves it as a pending deal. So I like this. I'm gonna ditch all those guys. That we only have to worry about Hokuto Miyata. We're not gonna retain money. Are they willing to give up Kiyomiya? Not for... unless we include Mori. Pass. I mean, I don't know why. They got Nunez. Put Miyata back in the deal. And they throw in a pitcher to make it worthwhile. Haruki Nishikawa and that ridiculous contract. Sudo, they're not going to give up. Yeah. I'm just glad that eventually that they never just straight up stopped talking to us. Okay, what about Yuki Nomura? Nomura for EDA. Now, EDA's knocking on the door of the big league club. That's not going to fly. What about a Takayuki Kato? Cody Ponce. Okay, what about Higuchi? I think he's just really down on Miyata. I wouldn't take on Asama at this deal. Have enough catchers. Alright, so that's not a no on Ryo Watanabe. Yeah, not at that price. Okay. So what if we just do this deal straight up? Save some cash, get rid of some cruft. Alright, but if we're going to do a 1-for-1 deal, let's loop back. Let's shop a player. Let's shop Sakamoto Ebina. Let's just go with a single player and see what we get. Man, the Hawks are really trying to get rid of Nakamura, aren't they? Fujioka from the Marines. I don't see that as an improvement. T. Okada from the Buffaloes. No. Matsui, who's posted. Like, why are you offering? Oldman Hideaki Wakui. Way too expensive. Ditto for Tatsushi Masuda. I'm not going to pick him up for that price. Keller. Oh. Singer. Maybe Jeff Singer? Or we go to the Swallows and pick up a bullpen guy. Okay, you know what? We're going to get Tonosaki from the... from the Spirit. We're going to trade with them again. Unless someone else leaps out to me from this set. There we go. Shimauchi. The bench bat as a... I mean, the corner outfielder, we already got Hosokawa. Can platoon him. 1.2 million is not too bad. But is Shimauchi better than Miyata? Also, it's weird seeing him in a different player's jersey. He's always been a Tohoku Rakuten Golden Eagle. Pair player. Shimauchi's basically just Miyata, but 8 years older. And as a worse defender. Alright, we're gonna go with a deal with the fighters then. This doesn't feel like too much of a stake. And let's also finish up by shopping around Kajiwara and Kobukata. I have to make sure... Actually, hold on. Yeah, we need to boost up the ratings weight here. I think that's maybe one of the issues why things look as weird as they are. So 50-30, 15-5. Someone pointed that out, that really we should be using that as the option. So the Hawks are willing to salary dump Yuki Yanagita, you know, only the best player of the generation. And Nakamura for 2 nobody prospects. Doesn't make sense. Yeah, that's true, pockets ain't full. I mean, hold on a moment. How long have I been playing on not maximum difficulty? Oh, that explains so much. Well, clearly I didn't take the full advantage of the help, considering we're still last, so... Colin Ray. Oh. You know what? We're going to swap these guys for Yuto Furuya. the Dragons. Alright, so Miyata joins the big club. Oh, $5.7 million to Jonathan VR? Yakult! What are you doing? I mean, yeah, he did burn down the Pacific League to the tune of 4.5 wins above replacement, but wow, that's an overpay! So thanks to our trades, including acquiring Luke Wakamatsu, we are actually in a positive situation. So maybe Luke actually comes up to the big club. And becomes our new primary second baseman. I mean, the 55 range is a little, I'd rather flip him around to third and see what happens. Play him over Chino. Yeah, there we go. So Luke walk. Hirosawa up the middle. I don't know. Pockets ain't full. So, we have made altogether too many trades in this game. You look at the trade log, it's entirely us. We're going to go to the stats and AI. We are going to change to low, not very low. Okay. I do have manual Hall of Fame voting turned on, so I'm going to get Alex Ramirez or Tuffy Rhodes into the Hall of Fame if it kills me. So I feel like we successfully raised the floor of this club. And thanks to the draft, I definitely think the ceiling's lifted as well. Feeling very good about how this is coming together. Also, really digging the funk music. Hope everyone has good plans coming up for the long... Okay, no, in the US it is a long weekend, right? It's, what's the word I'm looking for? Isn't it Juneteenth this weekend? Yes, it is. So, for those of you in the US, it's a federal holiday. Enjoy the long weekend. Up here in Canada, not so much. It is the Taste of Little Italy celebration here in Toronto on Saturday, so I'm going to be gathering my usual gang of Egypts, and we're going to be hanging out. Out of doors, of course. And then Sunday, it is softball postseason for my Sunday league. Somehow finishing third in a group of 4 earned us a playoff spot. I don't get it. All right, Nakatsuka went to the Bears. In KBO, that's interesting. Did any of the posted players go? They're all still available. All right, Hall of Fame voting. Hitoki Iwase is one of the best closers in NPB history. He's on the ballot. Gotta put in Ramirez. Motonobu Tanashige is currently our hitting coach. You'd think I should vote for him. Kanemoto is an obvious choice. Iguchi, former Chicago White Sox and current Chiba Lotte Marines manager. cool. I didn't know that. Kiyohara Kazmatsui. Kuroda, absolutely. Ichihiro Ogasawara. Let's add Kudo and what the hey, let's throw in Arai as well, another first guy. Right. Well, this sounds like something out of a Wario Land game, which, by the way, tune in on Wednesdays for Wariology, as I continue to play through all Wario games in chronological order. Kazuki Mishima heads to the Boston Red Sox. Which means we now have 5 million in cash to play with. Ha ha ha. So we're going to have some fun. Is it Tsutsugo? Or is it Kikuchi we throw money at? I don't think we you know what? We're not going to send money to Tsutsugo. Oh man, Kikuchi to the Hawks. Ah, okay, fine, whatever. Alright, let's keep the conversation up with Tsutsugo. If Sano leaves, then we're going to sign Tsutsugo. He's a former Baystar alumni himself. So we still have a foreign player slot open for Mitch Spence if we wanted to. Right now we got Juan Hillman, Officer Podorsky, and Luke Wakamatsu. Kawa to the Dragons, Hirata back to the Eagles. Inei to the Comets for that much? Wow. Let's see who else gets posted and leaves our club. I mean, the posting fees have definitely come down in value from years past. Daisuke Matsuzaka's posting fee was $50 million. That basically renovated the entire Seibu Lions organization and some of their buildings, and ultimately led them to a Japan Series win in 2008. The posting system is slightly different now than it was back then, and I don't think Out of the Park is caught up in that now it is a portion of the proceeds from the contract, not a fixed fee. The record for highest bid on a posting fee, Yu Darvish, $51.7 million. Masahiro Tanaka only cost $20 million, as did Maeda and Otani. Well, I waited too long. Tsutsugo heads to the Hawks for 5 years at 3.8. Oh, wait. And there's a lot of money being thrown around by the Hawks so far. Makes me worried. Yes, the teams do set the posting price in Out of the Park. In real world, I believe those posting prices are a bidding system. You have to bid to win. Alright, so now he's thinking Golden Eagles. Fine. Do that. I mean, our player payroll is still near the bottom of the league. I prefer to keep it that way for now. There's Shuhei Fukuda, not that one, the other one. Kohara is willing to come back on a minor league deal. I still want to give the guy a shot. So let's throw a 40K signing bonus his way. We've already maxed out our scouting and player dev, by the way, so it's not as though we are going to be up a creek. And we're zooming through the rest of the offseason. We're probably going to get to and through spring training, and then we'll have our opening day in 2024 be the launch of the next week session. That stinks. Booyah, untouchable. Not, untouchable. Alright, Kento Itohara returns to the minor league system. May end up joining the club. Pro of the Realm, thank you for the follow. We'll have to see how the players develop when we get to spring training. I'm not sure I feel comfortable giving Kikuchi that much money, but since we're sitting on cash, I may just throw him a one-year deal. Actually, hold on. We do have a foreign player spot. It doesn't have to go to Mitch Spence. Those starters. Marquez is on the market for $7 million. And he's not completely broken either. Otherwise, we're looking at someone like Artie Lewicki. Or flex on him. Let's spend some money. We're sitting on all this cash. Go 7.5. We're on a team option for 4.5 with a $1 million buyout. No, okay, so can't afford Herman Marquez. Flexen doesn't seem too bad of an option then. At only $3 million? Why not? And we're not going to promise that, and we're also going to throw in a vesting option requiring 15 games started. The fact that he's on the right side of 30 helps. Or do we go with Kenny Hernandez? who has a better movement and better control. And is a ground baller. Only downside is the stamina's not as good. Now we're gonna go with Flexin. Two years. Get that vesting option for 15 games started. Don't promise the starting rotation. And let's see if he'll nibble for 2.7. Alright, not happy with that, but at 2.9, that I can do. Wow, we pissed him off. Okay. Really doesn't want to be tied up long term. Alright, so we're gonna get to the other side of the new year and we'll see who else is still on the market. We don't know if anyone else is going to get posted either, so we do have a cash maximum of $20 million. If Aoyagi gets posted, we need to find something to spend money on. It's a shame we can't do any remodeling in-game. Oh, message inbound. Keita Sano has left the club. So, we gotta go find ourselves a foreign first baseman then. Not having a captain stinks. Alright. Let me think. Personality... if there's any captains out there we can acquire. Wow, there's a lot. Okay. Are there any who don't stink? Galvis is a captain? Wow. Nico Kudrum, I'll pass. Don't need a catcher. Doesn't speak the language of our pitchers. You can't see, but I'm grinning. Where's the pinched fingers emojis? If we get Anthony Rizzo to play first and be captain... Is that not the swindle of the century? I mean, yes, the team option for $4.5 million is, or $5 million is probably going to murder our budget next year. But hey, we've got the cash. Let's go sign some big names. Let's play around in the market a little. Better than Tsutsugo. Also means we can probably bench Juan Hillman and call up Spence to add more leadership. This is the fun part about the game, that you can do goofy stuff like this. Like, we had Ali Sanchez as our catcher in the Stampede and had a captain there for like 5 seasons. That was the start of the V9 dynasty, the ridiculous team that we pulled together. Yeah, right, Lowry. Right place, right time. More importantly, right budget. Marquez heads to the Twins. Whatever. All right, did our facts get lost? When is Rizzo coming to the club? I mean, if not him, my old friend Wilmer Flores. He'd be an easy get. I have a soft spot for Wilmer Flores. He was an amazing player and won Japan Series MVPs a decade apart for the Tohoku Rakuten Golden Eagles back in Out of the Park 18. Dom Smith, interesting choice, but I don't like that he's not a leader. First base and captain is what I'm after. Come on, Rizzo. I know it's not a number you recognize, but pick up the phone. Oh, the waiting is getting to me. Come on, tell me I got a message. Bill shows us pending. Meanwhile, other signings. Itoi heads back to the Dragons. Izawa to the Buffaloes. Karashima to the Spirit for 4 years. Interesting choice. Taishi Oda to the Giants for 4 years at $3 million per. That's a lot of money. Yuito Mori to the Comets for 3 years at almost $2 per. Kuriyama at age 40 to the Swallows for 2 years. Like, what are we doing here, people? I hope the Yanks don't give him $100 million. Yankee. Is it also because Rizzo's gonna be hard to put into katakana? Rizzo. Impressed with the offer. Okay. Hey, Tomoaki Kanemoto, little brother. Years of service with the Carp and Dragon and Tigers. Never won a championship, but came damn close to the Japanese Baseball Hall of Fame. I hope Rizzo doesn't drag his heels on too long, because I'd love to go get someone else. If it's a no from him, Brian Anderson, another former member of the Eagles team I mentioned. Not a captain, though, so we'll have to think on that. Come on. Don't send it by courier. Send an email. We want Rizzo. Clap, 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 clap. We got him! Now signing. your new captain for the Yokohama DNA Baystars, Anthony Rizzo. Get those pinched fingers emojis into the chat. Oh, he's gonna be so fun. I agree with the approach of putting Chihaya Sasaki into the rotation. So Aoyagi did not get posted, neither did Iwazaki, so oops, we stumbled into a really good team. I mean, they're still showing as available, so who knows if they'll actually get posted or not. How are we doing cash-wise? We're still sitting on $21 million. And our payroll is still 12th, but we're not as badly in 12th. Okay, so with that in mind, we can't call up Spence. Alright, so preseason. Are we starting the season at home? Alright, we're starting the season on the road at Koshien. And then we're at home against the Swallows. So I may skip ahead that. Needless to say, I think we met our manager goal of upgrading at first base with Rizzo. Yeah. Wow, Nakatsuka signed with Doosan and was released. Damaged goods, I guess? Kikuchi's bidding war has gotten ridiculous. $8 million from the Eagles? Meanwhile, Aden Kuri wants 9.5 mil. Yeah, we're not doing that. I mean, with Onuki, Imanaga, Taira, Aoyagi, Sasaki, and Yamasaki, we've got a ridiculously good rotation. Maybe one of the best in the bigs. Which, given the team's reputation is not so hot in terms of offense, I'll take it. Or pitching. So it also means that I'm going to send Mason it down to get stretched out on the farm. Because we got Rizzo, Luke Wakamatsu, and Podorski. Oh, that looks so good. And Wakamatsu may end up being like a bench guy. We may end up calling up that stud third baseman we just acquired. Not Akimoto. Shimada. He may play already. Like, look at the currents. And the arm! Gott im Himmel. Yeah, I can't wait for Shimada to be ready to come up to the bigs. He is on the cusp. We can always call up Itohara as a bench option as well. Alright, so if we move Spence to a relief role... Okay, you know what? He plays. We're gonna call up, We're gonna call up Spence, and we're gonna send Hillman down. Let Hillman stretch out. Also gonna move Kimura back to being a shortstop. And like he could play out the chute as well. That's the advantage of drafting. What's the word? Drafting college players. Sometimes they just go right into the big club. We're gonna have Spence helping out on the leadership. Let's just get to spring training. I don't think there's anything else we really need to worry about at this point, especially since we are rolling in dough right now. There are foreign player limits. Pockets ain't full. In normal seasons in NPB, there are 4 foreign player slots per top flight team. And they can't all be pitchers, and they can't all be batters. You have to have at least a mix, either 1 and 3 or 2 and 2, or 3 and 1. But for the pandemic, they increased that to 5 foreign players. You can have as many foreigners as you like on your minor league team, but not with the bigs. And you say Kikuchi to the Giants? Boo! Friendly reminder, folks, the Yomiuri Giants are like the New York Yankees of Japan. You either are a fan or you despise them. Gosh, this music is repetitive. Okay, so Kami Chitani's coming around. Glad we didn't trade him. Masashi Ito, also improving. Chino's going to be our backup reliever, backup infielder. Wakamat's maybe end up being the same. Alright, I'm really liking how Miyata's developing. Let's get to spring training already. Let's see if there's any other interesting options out there that we can acquire. I can't wait to see how Enya Kimura does once we call him up. And during spring training, I'm probably going to move Mori to second. Give him some experience there. And if Shimada's ready to take over at third, yes, that means we're using a foreign player slot on a backup infielder, but you could do worse. And once we get to the next expansion, Central League will add the Niigata Komatsu Bears and the Nagano Marukome Flames. We're not going to add the Shizuoka Arrows or Sumitomo Arrows this time around. Pockets ain't full, becoming an Eagles fan. Okay, awesome. They're my second favorite PL team. I actually have a Masahiro Tanaka Eagles jersey, and I'm thrilled with it. Eagles are actually in the postseason hunt in the real NPB. I think they're either in the pennant, in the lead for the pennant or close behind. Go to the off-season center. Yusei Kikuchi, $4.2 million from the Giants. They can afford him. John Edwards, Alan Buchanan. They're just picking up all the minor league guys. Kamizato to the Lions for 2 years at $4 million. Wow, that must have been a bidding war. And then there's us with Anthony Stinkin' Rizzo. Oh, love it. Alright, so Nakatsuka, you actually gonna sign with us this time? How much do we want to give Yudai Ono to recuperate and then join our club? I don't know, he'd be age 36 now. That wouldn't work. No. Any decent batters left behind? Kawagoe. Pass. Maru. Asking too much. Yeah, I've got a decent collection of jerseys. Pockets ain't full in terms of NPB. I've got a Yoshinobu Yamamoto Oryx Buffaloes away jersey because YY is my homeboy. I think he's actually getting the start tonight or tomorrow. Real NPB. I've also got a Norichika Aoki Swallows green jersey, which is so stunning. And a last year, because he changed his number and they changed their jersey design, Yutaro Umeno Hanshin Tigers jersey. Umeno is my homeboy. Yep, so Yoshinobu Yamamoto is getting the call tonight. If you are up for staying up till 1 in the morning, you can watch Buffaloes and Lions over on Pacific League TV. And if you aren't, I think FTF Sports may be carrying that game on tape delay the following day, with English commentary no less. No, they're carrying the Hawks and Eagles series, which, you know, is a battle for the pennant right now. That'll be Wataru Karashima and Tomohisa Ozeki going at, I think, 5 p.m. Eastern over at FTF Sports. Go tune in. All right, spring training is here. Flexen went to the Stros, whatever. Uh-oh. Kozuno looks ready to start. He's off the bench first, depending on who gets injured. Call those folks up. Can't call up Ibener, Masonet, or Hillman. Naka's still figuring things out. Where's Shimada? There he is. Okay, so Santiago Carbonara has not developed, so we are going to release him. All right, Kozono might break with camp with the big club. The control's a bit worrisome. So we'll see if he actually pulls it off, or if we give him a little bit of a head push in the minors. They're putting Kimura at third. I don't agree with that. All right, let's do some force starting. So Kimura to short, Mori to second. I mean, it is spring training. This is our opportunity to train up Mori at a new position. And Shimada at third. Yes, that's what I want to see. If Shimada hacks it, he's breaking camp with a big club. Gang, this is an exciting season for your Bay Stars. I just hope Hosokawa can figure it out. Or if we need to move Okumu... You know what? Hold on. Let's turn off the force starts there. Hoso and Oku are going to have to fight for their starting spots just like everyone else, especially with Hokuto Miyata available off the bench. Oh, we're putting Tagawa at center? Okay, I can vibe with that. Do the games involve a DH? No, they don't. Also, suddenly Mitch Spence is in the starting spot. Maybe he's an opener. I still want Okumura to get some playtime, so we're going to put him in right. That's how you get better defensive efficiency. You roll out Podorski, Okumura, and either Tagawa or Miyata up the middle. Not bad for an 8th round pick. Alright, hopefully Mori can figure out second base quickly. Otherwise, we'll flip the two of them. And as per usual, we will skip ahead to our first break in action, March 6th. That's usually when I do my cuts. Hopefully all of y'all have been enjoying the stream. If so, make sure you stick around and follow if you haven't already. If you haven't gotten all your drops yet, EVC and NYC 2, the leader of the theme team crew, will be streaming at around 3:30 Eastern today. And then later this evening, DishNet 34 takes over Out of the Park Development's official channel for the This Week in Perfect Team Weekly Showdown. Admittedly, my favorite part of said showdown is still your roll call. Ah, there you are, EVC. Yeah, so I was hoping to raid into him. Might be tough. Fantastic name, Ken Kaminyeti. Fingers crossed Rizzo adapts to NPB and doesn't get the Gaijin strike zone right out the chute. Masonet getting some good ratings boosts. Ozono, oh, that's a lot of good news. He added a mile per hour onto his fastball. That's why we're thinking we start him. Shimada has drops. Okay. I mean, he's still playing well. But we may not rush him to the bigs as quickly. All right, Mori's already up to 55 at second base, so we're going to roll with him there. Kimura's hanging in there, and he's playing well. We've got our new up-the-middle defense. Okay, so you know what? In retrospect, the Kimura ad may have been the right move. May. Hondo, tendinitis, whatever, we'll put you on the injured reserve. Now's the time to get all the kinks out. See what we got. I am really excited for what this season's going to reveal. I think adding Rizzo, adding Shimada, adding Kimura, that's the help that was on the way. even if we may not go with... Alright, so Yamase's having a bad spring training. That's unfortunate. EDA as a setup man. Alright, he's breaking camp with the club. Alright, so we're here at Cuts Day. Players heading down are these folks. The fact that Hashizume... Actually, hold on. Hashizume at age 29 still hasn't gotten into the yellows. That is a release. All these fine folks are being demoted. Everyone else survives. Kozuno may break camp with the club. That's gonna be a big get if true. I should have called up a third catcher, but whatever. Hirosawa's done well. Of the third baseman that we have, and we have like 5, maybe re-signing Kosuke Tanaka was a mistake. It's only 380k, so it's not terrible. Chino has done well. Itohara or Mune has not. Itohara hasn't either. But he's a captain, so may just keep Itohara on the minor league club. We're gonna send Kosuke Tanaka and Mune down. Wakamatsu hasn't exactly endeared himself either. I mean, at least Itohara is happy with his current lot. Last year he did put up -1 wins above replacement, so if he can slug it out in the minors, he's earned a call up, but for now we're gonna note him. Then of the shortstops, I mean, I like Kataoka as a middle infielder because he's got that 65 range. Yeah, we're going to send down Kawasaki. Yamamoto has gotten into exactly 1 game, so we're going to send him down as well. Why is Isobata getting starts in left? That is Podorski's spot. .572 OPS, 167 OPS. I want Toyoda to do better. We got Miyata, we got Murakawa. Murakawa and Toyoda are going to be the ones who head down. Let's skip ahead to the 19th and see who else is injured or we need to adjust otherwise. All right, I know it doesn't mean anything to win spring training, but the fact that we've tied the Tigers, that gives me confidence that we may actually just end up straight up starting a rookie, 2 rookies in our lineup in Kimura and Shimada. The fact that Shimada fell to us in round 3 is ridiculous. Alright, Kondo's healthy, so he's gonna rejoin the club. Shimada. Alright, so Shimada's starting to fall off the pace. I think he may need we may need to send him down. There's going to be one of Chino or Wakamatsu who gets the spot. Not going to be Mune. And neither catcher is really... Okay, so Yamase has picked it up. That's good. Maybe we should have gotten a better foreign player to play third as well. If not Luke Wakamatsu, but we'll manage. How's Rizzo been doing? He's adjusting, he's adjusting. As long as he doesn't get shifted on too hard, actually, we should be fine. Okay. I don't think Kozono breaks camp with the club. He's close, but... Really, we're going to go with Kamichitani. Alright. I can get behind that. We'll give that a shot. Hoping it'd be Chihaya Sasaki, but... We'll see. Who else is bound down to the minors? Ise... So... and Azuma. Spence is going to be our designated American. And the question is, does Irie... No, we want to keep him stretched out as a starter, so... No, you know what? If he's playing this well, he deserves a spot with the top flight club. Aoyagi as a number 6 guy, that I disagree with. See? Alright, so, meanwhile, players here. Shimada picked it up. No, okay, he's been in a deep slump, so we're going to send Shimada down. Ah, so close. It's going to be Chino who gets the call at third. Wakamatsu able to back him up. Tagawa having a rough go in the outfield is a bit concerning, but we'll manage. Eito's already caught up to learning second, which is fantastic. Buda's hanging in there. You know what? We're going to send Tagawa down. We're going to put Okumura back at center field. Let's see how that pans out. I know we're also... Yeah, we need to trim the pitching staff down just a little more. We also can stand to call up an infielder. Let's give Mune the call back up. And now we're in a losing streak. Oh, there we go. I mean, we're just working at all the various nonsense that goes on. Alright, so Iwazaki, hamstring strain 1 day. Yamasaki, sore shoulder, so he's going to head to the IL. Now we have one more player to cut. It's going to be Nakagawa. Rizzo with 6 bombs in spring training. I love it. So, breaking camp with the club, rookie Enya Kimura, first overall pick. As well as Taisei Irie finally coming out of the bullpen. Kenta Kozono is knocking on the door. He'll get there at some point this year, I'm positive. Oh, great. Gout. He'll be healthy for opening day. Better. We're not going to bother putting him on the IR for 4 days. Yeah. Of course, our prospect pool is among the best. Irie will be placed on the... will be registered, as will Mitch Spence. Also getting registered, Imura. All right, so opening day at Kolshien. We lose 3-5. Game 2, we take a 9-5 win. Absolutely beat the snot out of Aaron Wilkerson. Triples for Hosokawa and Mori. First NPB home run for Enya Kimura in the first inning. He has a 3-hit day. That's a Modasho in NPB terminology. Not a bad start to the career. Then game 3 of this young season. We lose 2-4. Okay. Eric Torres is not turning out to be as good as we hoped. Naka's starting to lose pace with the rest of his peer group. Great. Hosokawa so far off to a rocking... Wait. Hosokawa came a home run away from a cycle in our first win this season. Alright, it's a long season. Rizzo's healthy. Adding him to this lineup is going to be ridiculous. So Podorski, Mori, Okumura, Rizzo, Hosokawa, Chino, Kimura, Yamase, and Yamasaki. That looks good. That looks really, really good. Hopefully Shimada can figure it out. And I feel like I ruined Awaihara. Ivaner's at least learning the outfield. He can participate in that work. So we'll see how things go. We take over the team and play through opening day 2024 next season. Or not next session. Tune in next Saturday. We're back at our regular time, regular schedule as we get the 2024 season underway. Anthony friggin' Rizzo, Enya Kimura, and more to come. Oh, it's going to be so fun. It's going to be so much fun. Let me see if anyone else is streaming right now that we can deposit you with. It is literally just me. So, like I said, 3:30, 1 hour's time. EVC and NYC2. Go check it out there. I will catch you on the flip side. Have a great weekend, everyone, especially if you're celebrating either Father's Day or Juneteenth. Firage, take us out.